I would want to welcome the admin once more to introduce our keynote speaker.
Our keynote speaker tonight is Peter S. Zake. He's a charter president and world-class president of this mighty club, Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya. He's AGE, Lake Victoria Zone 15, and he will be leading clubs, 3 clubs. This is RC Busabala, RC Maya, RC Nsambya. He's also the chair, Rotary Family Health Day Board, and he's married with children, not wife, but he's married with children. He works with the Kingdom of Buganda as Under Secretary and Principal Gender Officer. He said he's going to give us a talk on that gender next time. He's a PHF +2. Members, welcome CP Peter Zake to give us his address. Thank you.
Past President Helen for introducing me. And as she introduced me, President, may I borrow just a minute of my time to introduce an important guest this evening amidst us. She's by the names Aisha Nabagala, Rotarian to be. Aisha, may you please stand up? She's a businesswoman. She imports and sells various authentic products. You mark the authentic. Like they introduced me, she's also a mother and a wife. Please join me to introduce Aisha to the congregation of Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya. It's an honor and privilege today to be speaking on this very important day when the President-elect has unveiled his leadership team. As he was reading the team, I was very keen on thinking of how this team is going to drive the Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya. And what came to my mind first and foremost, that leadership in Rotary is not about just the titles. And Aisha will be scared when you hear PP, IPP, AG, DG, so many titles. Those titles are just helping us to ease in the so many words that we would be using to describe who is who. But it is responsibility. And when he read the team, yes, it comes with responsibility. Fellow members of Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya, that responsibility is not for PE Paul Chigozi alone. It's for the Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya. And each of us, including Rotractors and Interactors, have a duty bound to see that Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya shines. That the flag of Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya is known, the brand is out there, and whatever we do has impact, is big and bold. When I was talking about when Helen introduced me as chair, Rotary Family Health Days, and then this and that. See, oh, you are doing big things. Yes, we need to do big things. And incrementally, if each of us does something that has impact, then the Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya will be big. So I will urge you first and foremost to support the leadership team that is coming in the Rotary year 2026-2027. Thank you very much for clapping. I have 3 scenarios that do not apply to Wandegeya, but apply to other clubs elsewhere. But we can learn from them. We have a syndrome. The syndrome is my year syndrome. Everyone comes with their year, and they are very eager to push that year, to show that that year is big. And no president comes into presidency without that year in him. So everyone plans and everyone wants to do big things. But you can't do those things alone. So that's sometimes you find that, yes, the president is very active, is very energetic. Actually, at his workplace, is one of the best best products of that company. But when it comes to Rotary, his club is not doing as well. Why? In Rotary, we come to lead other leaders. And leadership does not mean that you have a company that you preside over. No, you're a leader from home, you're a father, you're a mother. That's why even our homes are different. The way you handle your children, the way you handle your siblings, the way you handle your brothers and sisters, that is all leadership. Now, you get someone who is just acquainted to instructions of kids at home. Gwe kola kino, gwe tewakoze kino, gwe kola kino. And in her presidency, she also comes and says, gwe tokoze kino, lwaki tewakoze kino. They will not come. They will only respond when you appeal to them because they are fellow leaders. So, leadership in Rotary is volunteer leadership, but we need to know the strength of each of our members and tap into each of those strengths in order for us to be a very strong club. The second one is, if you want us to be a big club, we need to appear to be so. Appearing and the brand are something that work together. You cannot say that you're going to be strong and you're sitting in Kolping Hotel by yourselves every Tuesday and you think you'll be a very strong club, and that will not be done by the president alone. Each one of us has to come out, just like we have done at some time. And all of a sudden we started being so busy, consumed by everything, and the vibe goes down. It's high time we revised our ways of engaging other club members in other clubs. They only return those visits, and then you find your place is full. As we're in Zanzibar for Aegis training, he said many of the clubs have 60% of the members attending from other clubs, visiting Rotarians. Meaning that we need to invest in visiting other more than 60 clubs than our clubs in order for us to have an attendance that is so deserving. And then you say, wow. It's not by only praying to God. It's by doing some of the actions that will bring these other members to visit your club. Secondly, we need to get those good speakers. When a flyer goes out and they say, I have to go and, get and listen to this speaker. A renowned speaker or a topic that is going to, galvanize people around to come and listen to it. At some point, it was Charter President Robert Walakira. He used to say, I come to Rotary Club of Kampala one day because they are very good speakers. But it's not very frequent now. What happened? So we need to revisit let's make our fellowships fun. Let's joke. Let's find something that is very interesting to someone, to give value to someone who has left Chiwatule, who has left Munyonyo, drove through all that traffic jam, spent an hour with you. They need that value in the 1 hour or 30 minutes that they are having with you. That time will not be fetched by President-elect alone, but with the entire club. However, the president will have a responsibility of engaging the leadership, the team as he has read it to us. It will be his responsibility to engage, and I'm glad at the Pearls training in Munyonyo, President was at 100% because the treasurer, the secretary were all present and attended fully the sessions. So in Rotary, we choose to serve, and sometimes we pay to serve. One time PDG Ken Mugisha said that, yes, people enjoy Rotary. And in Pearls also, it also came out and said, we thought we are coming to Rotary to enjoy. Now you are telling us all this structure, governance. Yes, we enjoy, but Rotary is also a structured organization. Enjoying is part of it, but it's a structured organization because you become an international citizen, a member of Rotary International. So it has to come with something that, resonates with internationality. So yes, you are an international citizen, you are going to enjoy, but yes, governance is good. They'll expect that when the president leaves office, the leadership teams that comes in will change signatures, okay? Will use the accounts, will be accountable, will issue receipts. That's the organization we are in, that we choose to serve. But as we serve, we need to inspire those we serve, and as we serve, we need to feel for the communities we serve. Sometimes they ask, what makes you, stay in Rotary? Sometimes you sit back and think and say, if I was able to be part of a team that helped the community get water, that was part of establishing the blood bank or cancer ward in Zambia, was part of big things, because in Rotary, yes, we do big things. And how do we do them? We make small contributions, yes. Like the Paul Harris Fellow, those contributions are put in a basket. The basket is called the Rotary Foundation. Now that basket, the good thing is, for us, we may be putting something little, what we can afford, because in Rotary, everyone puts what they afford, right? But that small thing that you put in is matched first by the district, the DDF, then in Rotary International, and finally you get a grant of $150,000 to do Rotary Family Health Days, medical camps in the entire country, Uganda. Then someone says, but Rotary nga bagagga. No, si bagagga nnyo naye bagagga kuki kumutima. You can have someone with billions of money, but cannot part with $500 to be a PHF, or $1,000 to be a PHF. Hizo zitwalawo. Bayo yagamba nti okuwa PHF temulimu trip za bloka meka, mulimu omusenyu obusawo meka. That kind of thinking. Yes, it comes with value and making a difference where it matters most in the communities we serve. So think about those communities. You also have communities, and the communities we serve probably will never be there. My child may never go to Karamoja to have education there, but Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegeya can have a project in Magoma, in Chichusa, in Karamoja. Yes, that heart of appreciating what Rotary is being able to benefit communities. That will become a beacon of hope and integrity and action in all what we are going to be doing. I pray next year we become people of action, just like the President has been singing. 3 things that we might have to pick out of here. In the interest of time, I know President is about to ring the bell. In the interest of time, we have moved from just doing things for just and gone to doing things for impact. So whatever we do, let's assess, even before we do it, the impact that is going to deliver to that community. Let me tell you just one small story. I was seated with past President Babu, who is also AGE, in Zanzibar for AGE's training, and he told me a story that did not seem to have impact. Because when he was bringing it, he said, this story is not among those that they have accredited to be impactful. But to me, I said, it's because we have not talked about it. Now, here was a school, PJK, you'll help me to get the village of PP Babu. A school in his village where their P7 candidates would not even fetch a first grade year after year. And then he sat with the headmaster and said, what is the problem? Said, you know what? Let's start with simple things. Some people don't turn up to do PLE. Others turn up and go away. There is no motivation at all. Then this other Rotarian said, first and foremost, before we go to the windows and desk, I'll provide a meal on those 2 days that they do PLE. And what was the meal involving? Just nyama, nkoko nyama. The next year, the following one, there were 17 first grades. Why? People would not come to school because they were hungry. Just a meal, okay? And the following year, they now thought that, you know, sometimes we look at structures and leave the small things that would make impact to someone that you want to help. Then there was a scenario that was shared when an MP wanted to support a community and went to Butter to buy shoes. So he bought shoes almost same size. They were fitting, I think, these interrupters. Though those shoes were taken to the community and they took a picture. The kids, they took the shoes to where the ages of Agnes Zaki. And they held the shoes, they couldn't fit. You're not just helping a community just for the sake. You're not buying shoes just for the sake. You are buying shoes to have impact in that community. I think we need to work collectively to support the leadership team that has been unveiled for the Rotary year 2026-2027. Each one of us can do something very good. However, each one of us might have a small black spot. Don't look at that black spot, but look at the small thing that person can do that is good. If that good person is Kasana and is very good at live streaming, let Kampala Wandegia stream live at every fellowship, and then they will know that yes, there is a brand in Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia. But we need to collectively do that. Question is not what we cannot do. Question is what we can do and do it very well. Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia, that's what we should lend to the leadership that has been unveiled, and before we know, the year will be over. PDG Stephen Mwanje one time was also unveiling, having a talk at the unveiling of a board. And then he told the president-elect that if I were you, I would be writing my end-of-year speech as I begin the year. Why? You exactly know what you intend to do throughout the year. You want to know where you want to put this club, and you want to know how you're going to engage the fellow Rotarians into getting the image of the club where you want it to be. Of course, we are competing. Rotary Kampala Wandegia is competing in other spaces. We have cash rounds. We have social clubs. We have so many things. But why would someone be very attracted to Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia? That's for us to think about, and that's for us to carve out in our retreat so that we work with our president-elect. But because Engineer Stephen Tebiasa is a construction engineer and he has instruction language, so every time he would be instructing everybody, I said, no, but he will instruct everybody. And
you come here.
But, ladies and gentlemen, when he became president, I supported 120%. Why? It is our club. Whatever you do, it is Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia. There are so many others who feel that, yes, I'm Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia, and if I visit every other club, I'll just stop at that, and that's it, good for me. My dear, if you are becoming a leader in anything, we had an example of one of us who became a leader in Youth Exchange program, but he had to be accredited Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia. And it's what you make it. Kampala Wandegia is not about the Ndegeas. It's not about the buildings. It's about the brand that you want to be as Rotary Club of Kampala Wandegia. President, let me reserve a few minutes for the questions that may come. Thank you very much.
CP, thank you for talking so well.